Hi, I'm Judy Fitzgerald, Commissioner of the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. Over the last 10 years, we've undergone a dramatic transformation of our public safety net. We've sharpened our focus on independence and recovery for each individual that we serve. Along with our partners, we are committed to providing services and supports that enable people to stay safe and healthy and live successfully in the community. You're about to take a peek into the new life of Wendy Lang. In 2017, she moved into a community-based group home. I am proud to say that she is only one of many successful stories of transition that DBHDD has facilitated for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. At DBHDD, we will continue to work tirelessly to ensure that people like Wendy can live closer to their families and become more engaged in meaningful lives in our communities.
This is the first year that Wendy's mom has gotten to spend Mother's Day with her outside of the institution since she was a child. And so when we met with Miss Ella at Forsyth Park, she just filled up with tears and was just kept telling us over and over how grateful she is.
In an intermediate care facility, we have a duty and responsibility on a yearly basis to ask everybody that we support here if they would like to live in a place that's more inclusive outside of Gracewood. And on a yearly basis, and then sometimes during the interim periods, we'll continue to ask families that question.
Initially, when we are working with an individual, they're put on our caseload. Then we write up, one of the very first documents that we write up is something called a person-centered plan. And it's a plan that's developed about that person, what they like, what they don't like, what's important to them, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And then we take that document and we give that document to providers and say, does this look like an individual that you think you could support in the community? So that's one of the very first things that we do.
They will find a provider for her, and they will find a house which they think is appropriate. Our staff and of course her mom went and saw the house, and they thought that that was very, very appropriate for her.
And so that's why they moved her a little closer to me. And I try to get there as much as I can so I can be with my child.
The staff that takes care of Wendy and the ladies that live there, they are so positive. We interact with them a good bit. They're back and forth. They bring the girls over in the driveway sometimes. If we're out here, they'll bring them over. But what I love is their loved ones are not there, so they can't see the care that they're getting, and they're getting phenomenal care. So that's just great to see that you can trust your loved one with such great people next door. So it's good to see that.
Within the group home, we have multiple staff that help with Wendy. We have a registered nurse that makes sure that all of her medical needs are met. We have direct support staff, which is around the clock. We have 2 staff at all times with Wendy. We have myself, the coordinator. I make sure all of the plans are made and her goals are achieved. We set up the community support that she needs. We take her to her doctor's appointments. We take her to the grocery store. Anything that she needs, our staff makes sure that she receives those services.
She has made such a great improvement. Even though she's still herself, she doesn't do all of the negative things that she used to do. She knows how to be around, people and to socialize, and she has evolved a lot. Yeah.
She's awake, she's screaming, she's happy. You go in there, doesn't even want to get dressed, she just wants that breakfast. Eggs and chicken. I don't know why eggs and chicken, but it's eggs and chicken. She wants to get up. She's ready. Can't even get her to the table first. And she's asking, do I get to go to school? Go to ride? I won't go. Letting her eat her breakfast, then taking her off to school. She's screaming, she's happy, she's laughing, all the way to school. Drop her off at the door and she's all of her friends. She's right there with them.
I am very happy that the young people who stay there with her, and they are so thoughtful to me to let me know what's going on with Miss Wendy. That's what they call her, Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy Lang. Yes, I can't tell you enough how much it makes me feel.